Hey everyone, welcome to My Psychic Connection. It's another Monday night, and I'm your host, Kay the Intuitive Empath, but of course, you can call me Kay for short. We have a great show lined up for you all, and even a great show following. We are going to go over a few of the house rules here. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you're new here, pay attention. We do not do any general reads on this platform. And those are because general reads can kind of be broadband, so we can't quite get to everything you may want to, and you may not want everything that you have in your life exposed to all these beautiful people on all these platforms. We also do not do any health or legal questions, and those are for some of the obvious reasons. We are not licensed physicians, and we are not able to give that kind of context into your situations or legal advice. So we'll leave those to the professionals to do. We do give 2-minute free mini readings here, but when the buzzer goes off, the fun stops. If you want the fun to continue, you can simply log on to YouTube or Facebook and click the link attached, and you can donate for a 3-minute, a 6-minute, a mini, a medium, or a mega reading. Okay, those mini, medium, and megas are untimed reads and go as long as the information we have flows. Okay, so you'll definitely want to click those links. Don't forget, 2 hours before every show, you can start submitting questions to make sure that you get yourself in line here. We want to make sure that we're sharing and subscribing far out and far and wide, leaving lots and lots of comments so that we can make sure those views stay up, right? You want to keep us rolling on these platforms. We do have a couple of fun games for you all. As always, we have our emoji contest, and Journey will be giving the reading away later on in the show. So all you have to do to participate for this one is share as many emojis as you can all show long, and later on we'll make the announcement of who won. Our second game of the night is guess the tarot card that I picked before the show started. This could be any of the tarot cards. Now, if you guys are having a hard time, I'll give you a couple of hints throughout the show. Okay, we've had some great winners, and I also give away a free reading. We'll of course do our Alice card and our crystal corner later on in the show, where you can get lots of great context on a new crystal and also share some of the ones you all like to use in your daily practice as well. We use $1 of every donation to go to the Pride organization for our charity of the month. So remember, when you donate, it goes to a great cause, and also helps to supply you with a wonderful reading and keep this beautiful platform running. We have lots of great content on lots of different platforms. So says, good morning, Kay. Well, good morning to you, so. Energy says, hi, Kay. Looking forward to watching another great show. And she's got my green heart emojis. So if you want to get a few bonus points, you'll want to share those green heart emojis, because those are my absolute favorites. All right. Now that we've got all the difficult things out of the way, we are going to go ahead and start off with our first question of the night. I'm so excited to get the show started. It's Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Gemma says, hey, beautiful Kay. Families are visiting from England next week, and my mom is hosting a party for them. It's just before my period, so anxiety will be high. Should I go or not? I want to go, but I'm just going to be a little worried. Oh, that makes sense. Let's see if you should go, Gemma. Let's see if you should go. All right. So you are encouraged by Spirit to take a step back here in this situation. Okay, you can still find time to hang out with your family, but maybe that direct interaction will not be the best. You do get the Four of Swords. This indicates a time to take a step back, to rest, to allow yourself to kind of rejuvenate. So if you find yourself not feeling the best on that day, honey, just don't go. The High Priestess encourages you to follow your intuition. So maybe don't stress about it right now in this moment. Allow the time to happen. And if you're feeling, I feel like I can do this, I can get through this day, 100% go for it. But if you're feeling funky that day, honey, I'm going to encourage you to step back, okay? Because your overthinking, your anxieties and things like that can lead to very negative results that you may not want. Now, I do still see you coming together with family and spending time with them as you do get the Three of Pentacles. But again, we want to urge you with that Four of Swords to definitely take that step back and evaluate the things going on first and make sure you're all the way okay. And It's okay to have those mood swings and things of that nature. That's perfectly, perfectly normal. We are allowed to go through those emotions, but it is also in the context of how we deal with those, how we express those to other people. Okay, so just be conscious of how you act. Be conscious of the energy you're putting out, because that can be reciprocated back. So if you want positive results, you've got to speak those positive affirmations into existence, so that you can see those. But honey, I think that you'll be okay. I just think be patient with yourself. And if you get there and you realize this isn't it for me, be okay with stepping back and saying, maybe it's time for me to go. Don't hold yourself to just going or sticking because you feel obligated. Okay. I definitely hope that helps. And that's advice I think that we can all take, is just learning what our limits are. I hear oftentimes people getting a lot of anxiety, especially through holiday season, which we do have coming up. We have the 4th of July if you're here in the States. And sometimes interacting with family or friends or people you haven't seen for some time can kind of bring on a lot of those feelings of overwhelm and anxiety. This is the time to step back and do things that make you feel okay and where your comfortability level is. For me, I've started doing a mental checkout plan. I tell myself I've got 2 hours when I go out, and if I start to feel a little funky, we'll go. And if I feel okay, we'll stick around. So just do what's in your comfort level. We all get there, and you're absolutely not alone, Gemma. I'm pretty sure a lot of us who are watching and listening in have definitely felt that same way as well, right before we have an event or something coming up. So Gemma, keep your head up. I definitely hope that information helps. And I hope you are all liking, sharing, and subscribing for Out and For a Ride. I hope that you are tagging some friends, sharing those emojis, and are you guys sticking to putting those guesses in for which tarot card I picked? I will give you a hint. It is a minor arcana this week. This is not a major arcana, so this isn't one of your emperors or empresses. This would be one of the minors, so it's definitely in the suits of cups, wands, pentacles, or swords. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to our next question. Unique says, Jabari and I discussed moving in together. Do you see that happening? I was told I'd find my own place this month and he'd move in with me, but it didn't happen. So will we move in his home this year? So let's see what we get, Unique. Okay, so you still do definitely have this opportunity of some sort of move coming. You do get the Page of Cups, which is an indication of some sort of new beginning that's coming for you. In regards to will you be moving in at some point this year, I also feel like this is a yes. You get your Ace of Cups, which is an indication of that. Now, you do have your Wheel of Fortune that comes out, which can indicate that there's some things that are changing or things that are about to start changing relatively quickly. So where you're feeling like, okay, some of these things that happen right this month, don't think that they're not still coming around the corner. There's definitely still energy of a move, and it definitely still seems relatively quickly. You still do have that unity coming in, but when those majors come into play, understand that there's some things outside of your control. So those are, not within your finances or something else. It may be circumstantial things of that nature that are kind of popping out, which are getting in the way. Does not indicate that you guys aren't still on that path to moving together. It still does. Just some outside things happening. So yeah, we do still see the move happening, and I hope that helps, Unique. Thank you so much for your question. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We also have the wonderful emoji contest, so let's make sure we're sharing those emojis. I would love, love, love all the hearts. Amanda sending hearts, Marie sending emojis. I'm loving those beautiful emojis. And also, oh my, can't believe I forgot to mention quotes. Okay, guys, don't forget to share those beautiful quotes, because I love quotes. You all love quotes. They help to keep us inspired. So if you have a wonderful quote, whether it's a movie quote, a song quote, your own quote you wrote, something you heard, something you've seen on a sign, feel free to share it. It keeps you all encouraged and motivated, and even gives you a little bit of a laugh sometimes. And it definitely keeps my spirits up going on here. I'm going to share one of my favorite quotes, which is, sometimes doing what's best for you does not feel the best. And it doesn't, does it? Sometimes when we do things, we kind of feel a little bit wacky. We're like, is this the best decision? should we make this move? Should we allow these people into our lives? And we kind of get to overthinking things. And, it doesn't always feel the best taking a step outside of our comfort zone until we do it. So just take action in this time. Don't feel the need to hold back. Mary Sella says, don't judge a book by its reviews or cover. Everyone has their own opinion. I absolutely love that quote, Mary Sella. It's absolutely true. So many people are so quick to write off other people because of their appearance, because of how they dress, because of how they talk, but everybody has a story, and it's worth reading the text of the book because the outside can be quite deceiving. Thank you so much, Mary Sella, for sharing that quote. We're going to dive into our next question. Audrey, hi. Hi, Audrey. Hi, should I start doing daycare part-time and keep my job with my dad? Struggling so bad financially, but I can't quit my dad right now. Okay, let's see what we get. That is definitely sounds like a difficult situation. We start off here with the Justice card. So this is showing that you kind of need to make a decision that is fair for yourself, not just so much everybody else. You have to balance what makes sense and what doesn't, okay? Now, you do have some options that present about themselves, and I do feel as though this is something that you are supposed to do. The Magician card comes out, and the Magician indicates you kind of having the tools right in front of you, you having what you need in front of your face, but it's up to you to kind of take that action or that initiative to do something about it. You can kind of sit back and let life happen, or you can make life happen for you. I understand that it's difficult. I worked for my dad as well. I felt the need to, help out and do different things, but I was not being true to my authentic self, what was making me happy, what was making me feel encouraged. And doing things like this makes me happy. So I want to encourage you, because your energy comes out strong with that Magician. That takes the reins of everything here and says, honey, you definitely possess what it is that you need to get yourself back on financially. But it's up to you. Audrey says, yes, I'm not happy at all. It's understandable. It's up to you to kind of take that leap of faith. And this is what I was saying, that quote. Sometimes doing what's best for you doesn't feel the best, because you may feel like you're letting your dad down. You may feel like there may not be the right help or resources for him. You may feel like this is something you feel called to do because you want to put that energy forth and be there for your family. But honey, there's nothing left to be there for if you have nothing. Okay, so be sure to do what feels right to you and honor your feelings. That Justice card rings true, honey. They said daycare isn't my ideal, but I need the money. And I think you're going to find that ideal job. I think give yourself some time. I think right now you're just trying to make things make some sort of sense. But I'm going to caution you to roll back. Pay in mind to that Justice card, balancing those emotions, thinking concisely before you take action, okay? And there's the bell just in time. What were they saying the other day on this show? They said, oh, my favorite sound. That was energy. My favorite sound. It's that bell. Speaking of my girl energy, don't forget to check energy out tomorrow night at 10 p.m. And she also has her, Audrey says, okay, thanks. You're so welcome. And I'm wishing you the best of luck, Audrey. She also has her readings with her tea, Spill the Tea with Energy tomorrow as well. Okay. Wednesday, we have We Psychics 3 with myself, Psychic Rose, and Psychic Energy at 10 p.m. And Thursday is Psychic Rose, the Cackling Witch's Den at 10 p.m. Friday, we have our final VIP show with Cassidy, the Card Slinger. Now, to be able to get a reading on there, you need to go on journeyryanlive.com to purchase your tickets there. You can, of course, watch the show, but to be able to include it into the readings, you will need to hit that link for donations, okay? Squirrel says, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. That doesn't mean you have to be an asshole about your opinion, though. Anonymous, revised by Squirrel. It sounds like a Squirrel thing. Journey says, nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health, but has left it to us to put these pieces together. Ooh, I like that. Audrey, I think you should read that one. That was a really good one. Take these ones in, because sometimes when we're feeling imbalanced in other places, our nature helps us to feel more called within. Now, if you guys are following along tonight after this show, don't go anywhere. Squirrel's coming on at 11. We love seeing Squirrel. She's doing the mythology of astrology on cancers tonight, okay? So stay in your seats and tune in at 11. We can't wait to see her. We're going to go ahead and dive into our next question. Taylor says, hello. What is Habib's Scorpio's next move towards me? I am a Virgo. Thank you so much for not only the emojis, but also sending the zodiacs. That also helps to tap in. Okay, so let's see what the next move is for you. Okay, so I see some reflection of, maybe how the relationship started, how he's maybe been in past relationships, things of that nature. And we see a change, a perception of the way that we're handling this situation here. I see almost a sense of trying to find a more stable realm that comes with you two. It almost seems like a sense of either taking things more serious or recognizing what is here. So the steps moving forward to me almost seem as though I'm kind of either locking something in or I'm changing my mind. I'm changing the way I'm treating this, situation. I don't necessarily want to either be the same that I was or keep things on that path. I want to step things up. I kind of want to move in a different direction. So this screams to me a lot more stability, but I would say this is that key word of what you were saying is upcoming. So I think this is a work in progress. Notice that the emperor, does not come easy. That's not just something you get. That means that there's work that has to go behind it. There's action that needs to take in behind. And that's not just someone who's sitting there and being stubborn and idle, waiting for something to happen. So notice that you may see a shift in energy, a shift in dynamic, more action behind the words and not just standing back and waiting for you to do something. So I would say look for some things to stable out or for you to even get clarity or resolve in this relationship. I will say things definitely seem to be changing. I would say in a more better way because that Emperor is a good card, but I hint here, there's a lot of reflection. So whatever, past things that were kind of happening, it just seems like how that dynamic of you two have been will definitely be shifting. Okay. So this will be interesting. I would say pay attention to the next few months. I do hope that helps. There's that good old bell. Make sure we're liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to share those emojis. Journey says, is it better to fail in originality than to succeed in limitation? Or it is better, like a statement, to fail in originality than to succeed in limitation. I love that. Have you all been guessing the tarot card? I'm going to give another hint. Okay. This is a card that can indicate someone who is not happy with what they have in front of them. They may be feeling a deep sense of sadness about what they have here. They're not quite able to see what else is there around them. They're kind of reflecting on one thing, and there may be some grief that may be involved in their heartbreak, depression, things of that nature. Okay, so that is a hint for those who want to play guess the tarot card. Let's see some of those emojis. Let's make sure we're sharing you. I love the green hearts. Thank you, Marie. Beautiful emojis, beautiful emojis. All right, I see some tarot card guesses. We're getting closer and closer. All right, we're going to get into our next question. All right, Relique says, I have an open house interview at a hospital on July 12th. And I'm wondering if anything will come of it, or is it a dead end? Let's see what we get. Well, those flipped pretty quick. All right. I do believe that there's something that will come of it. Okay, we do get the King of Pentacles that comes up. So this is indicating a solid point here in work, especially in the work foundation. This can indicate that you'll have longevity in one of these jobs here that comes up. I do feel as though you'll be finding out relatively soon, more than likely within the next 3 to 6 weeks or so, if not less than that, I feel like there's going to be either an interview or a second interview. I get a masculine energy that pops out, so that is the one that stands out to me more than anything else. And I also feel like the pay will be substantial for what you need. Like you'll be able to get through and feel okay or content with what you have. All right. So I definitely hope that helps, and good luck to you with your job process. It is time for Crystal Corner. Oh, we got the 4 cups. We have a winner. All right, winner, winner, chicken dinner, Maricela. She guessed correctly the 4 of cups. All right, so we are going to go ahead and give you a little mini read here. Let's see what we get for you, Maricela. Thank you so much for playing the game and for guessing the correct answer. So you have the Page of Pentacles that comes out for you first. I feel as though there's like either a new beginning or a new start that's kind of coming for you. This may be in correlation to either a family, friendships, or work-related aspect. Now, I kind of feel like this may be more so geared to relationships because your 4 of Wands came in reverse, which is indicating there's a lack of unity or a lack of cohesiveness that may be coming in your relationship. There's definitely some things that are getting in the way. If this is not your relationship, if this is more career or friendship based, there is something that is getting in the way here that is causing some toxic energy and maybe leaving you to feel confused, lost, uncertain of your decisions, kind of imbalanced, where in some ways you feel like you're doing the right thing, and others it kind of feels like you're questioning if you're uprooting everything. This is a time to speak to others, to ask others for help, to rely on your support system around you. This is not something that you have to go through alone. So I want to encourage you to definitely keep your head up in this time. Understand that changes are going to come, but sometimes they're meant to be. And if there's things that are calling you to move in a different direction, then you 100,000% should. Okay. All right. I hope that helps. Thank you so much, Maricela, for participating in our game. And now it is time for Crystal Corner. And today's crystal, you all kept mentioning amethyst, amethyst, amethyst. But this girl's no boring girl. We're going to do a fun amethyst. We are going to do black amethyst. So this one here has hematite that melts over top of the amethyst, which is how this is created. It is a beautiful, beautiful crystal that holds a lot of great qualities. This one actually is great for every single chakra. This is not just for one. So if you know the typical standard amethyst in itself, it's definitely good for that crown. You can use it for your heart chakra. This one balances everything. You can pair it with tourmaline or things like that to kind of increase the benefits of the protective qualities, but that hematite over top of the amethyst really, really does its numbers here in protection and heightened awareness for that third eye. That crown helps you with your heart, helps you with healing. Now, amethyst as a whole is not one, especially real amethyst. Now, we're not talking ones that you go and you get shop for on the cheap websites. We're talking real amethyst, real black amethyst. You do not want to run this over water because it will destroy the properties. This is also not one that you want to leave in the sunlight for too long. Okay, it melts these things down. It's not good. You'll want to utilize the earth, which we spoke before about digging a little patch out, covering your crystal, removing it the next day. You can also leave this on an open window ceiling for air because this is an air element, Aquarius especially. So open air kind of breezing in. That is a way to also clear this. And also, of course, your sage smoke, things of that nature. You can gently wipe down or polish with a cloth, but remember, you don't want to do running water, and never, never any waters with impurities for any of the crystals. When you do meditations for any of the chakras, you'll want to do all right.
There we are. I was just coming on the screen.
We're having pretty bad storms here, so my power is a little bit sketchy right now. Sorry, guys. Don't worry. If I get cut off, Journey will definitely come in and save the day. We've been having crazy weather. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. The tornadoes and whatnot are coming through. So we're going to keep the show running, though. But this is definitely a great crystal. Utilize it whichever chakra point that you need it for, and you just place it on that body part. Okay, guys? So this is Black Amethyst. I do hope that you guys learned something new here. Are there any other crystals you all know that you can use for several different chakras? What are some of your favorites? Is this one that you would purchase? What are some things that you like to use for meditation and grounding and clarity of mind? Go ahead and drop those in the comments. We love to see what all you like to use. Mary Stella says it does. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Relique says thank you. You're so welcome. Guys, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing throughout the show. Don't forget to continue to share those emojis all show long as well. We've still got a lot of great show upcoming for you all. So says Labradorite. Oh, Labradorite is definitely a good one. That is one that I will most certainly be bringing on the show at some point in time. I think that is another very great quality one. So as well as the hematite on its own, I think that's also a great one for you all to notice. Mary Stella says clear quartz. Clear quartz, it's also great. We spoke last week too about pairing clear quartz and the selenite with crystals as well, definitely enhancing those healing properties, the mind clarity properties of things. We're going to go ahead and get into our next question. Okay, Diana says, when will I be in a relationship? So first we'll see if there's a relationship that comes for you, and then we will see when. Okay. All right, first I do see a relationship coming for you. We do get the Ace of Cups that come.
So far, we got the Ace of Cups that comes, and then she disappears. Well, no, guys, please bear in mind she's going through a storm right now, so she's got power going back and forth. So give her just a second to return to the screen. And guys, make sure if you guys are going to post your questions, you're posting specific questions. That way we can get to as many people as possible, as we got people from many platforms. All right, so we'll give her another couple seconds here to return to the screen. And guys, don't forget tonight, right after this show, we have got on our YouTube channel. Make sure on our YouTube channel that you guys are checking out the mythology of astrology, the story of Cancer. All right, I hear her in the back, so here we are.
I'm back.
Now you can go ahead and finish that reading. I was just filling in.
Thank you. No, thank you. Right, sorry, guys.
Let's start.
Darn this weather. It's not going to kill our show. Dinah says, will it be with the man I want to be with or a new man? So let's see what we get. Sorry, Diana, about that interruption. All right, so I do see the possibility of you having it with the person that you want, but you also do have energy of someone new who comes in. What happens here is, though, you do have this lingering from the past. So I feel like that situation is going to resolve at some point. But do I feel like that's the long-term partner? I don't. I feel like there's something there that still needs worked out before that becomes your it. And I feel like it's the other person has to kind of step it up. You can want them all you want, but they have to start putting some action behind their words as well, and not kind of leave you in this kind of hang. So I do feel like there's more so newer energy coming in, though you may try it with an older energy that definitely is seeping in. But I would say just be cautious, be mindful of what's good for you, and what's just there for you, or something that you want. Our desires can sometimes get the best of us. Okay. All right. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your question, honey. Be sure to make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. You're sharing those emojis all show long. Journey will be on, well, back on in just a bit to give the reading to the person who shared the most emojis. Remember, you can donate on Facebook or YouTube. or a 3-minute, a 6-minute, a mini, a medium, or a mega reading. Remember, those mini, medium, and megas are untimed and go as long as we can. Diana says, thank you. Thank you, Diana. And also, thank you for sharing your emoji. Remember, $1 of every donation tonight goes to a Pride organization. We do a charity every month. This is a charity that we picked this month, and we love, love, love to give to those in need. All right, we're going to get into our next question. Cindy says, hello. Will Jay reach out to me again? Let's go ahead and see. Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so the death card comes out. So after some hard times or after some things kind of transpire past, we kind of see some new opportunities that come before you. Now we do get the 3 of Wands, so this is indicating something in the future. This is not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be the night. But we do see Jay reaching out. There is still that care and that compassion that is there. Our Queen of Cups comes out, but understand their emotions may be somewhere else, or their head may be in a different space in this time. Do you see that Queen of Cups energy? She's kind of releasing. She's kind of giving things up. She's kind of all in tune with self. Even here, look at her 3 of Wands. We're kind of isolated on our own. So right now, this person may be choosing to take a step back for their own mental health or for their own emotional well-being, I'll say specifically, because that Queen of Cups. But that death card definitely indicates that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. You will definitely be hearing from them. Just seems like they've kind of got to go through their mess. They got to go through their emotions or their feelings before they're able to project or to reach back out to you in regards to that. Maybe what the reason for the disconnection is. All right, so keep your head up. Understand that they will reach out. Sometimes we all go through our own things, and we have to just almost trust the process, right? Cindy says yes, yeah. Trust the process and understand that even when we ourselves kind of go through things, what do? Our first reaction a lot of times is to just isolate, to step back. We don't necessarily want other people to know what we're going through. We don't want to share our feelings or thoughts on certain things, and we shelter ourselves in. It's a defense mechanism. And just like you are kind of seeking, that validation from them, that they still do want you in their life. I feel like they're also seeking a certain sense of validation for themselves, or, just clarity on their situation. All right, honey, I definitely hope that helps. Thank you so much for your question. Don't forget, we have great content all week long. Tonight, directly after the show, my girl Skrill, she's on doing her mythology of astrology on cancers. She also has the Transits in You on our YouTube channel. You check out My Psychic Connection. Tomorrow night, we have Energy at 10 p.m. And Energy also has her Spill the Tea tomorrow that comes out. Cindy says, thank you so much. Very helpful. You're very welcome. I see Amanda sharing emojis. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing those emojis. And make sure you're all sharing those emojis. Wednesday nights, we have We Psychics 3, which is myself, Psychic Energy, and Psychic Rose. We 3 come together for a lot of fun and a lot of great readings. Thursday night, the Cackling Witch's Den is Rose back again with lots of great readings, also at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Cassie the Card Slinger, who will be our VIP show on Friday. But remember, this is the last VIP show you can watch this summer. We will have some new great content yet to be released, and you will find out shortly soon. And you'll be able to watch lots more content. Don't forget, Cassidy also has the card of the day on the YouTube channel as well. So make sure you guys are checking us out, sharing, liking, subscribing all over the platforms that you can. We will be taking a break the week of July 4th so that we can travel with our families and spend time for the holiday season here in the US. But worry not, we'll be back here July 10th. Monday night with myself here, Kay the Intuitive Empath, to give you lots more great readings and lots more great show. So it is time for the Alice card. So here we are today. Alice card is Investigate. I think that this is a wonderful card for right now, because the questions I've been getting lately have been a lot of things where people just simply need to take a step back and look a little bit deeper. Now, the Alice cards are meant for us to look a little bit deeper into our situations, to follow on Alice's journey into what she did and why she made some of the decisions that she did. these cards oftentimes can indicate where we're on in our paths and what we should be following along with. Please do keep in mind if this resonates with you. So with investigate, this card comes when it tells you to look closely at a situation. Okay, you need to start thinking before acting. You may be a person who's allowing your emotions to get the best of you, and you're not thinking with your mind, you're thinking with your heart. You're being irrational. You're wondering if you're making the right decisions too late, after the fact, after you've already done things, after you've already had an argument, after you've already, had the next drink, after you've already said the thing that crossed the line, after you already didn't show up to work. Instead, it's telling you to stop, wait, look at what's happening around you. Listen to that inner voice that we oftentimes ignore a little too much. Too oftentimes people say, oh, I'm not a psychic. I don't know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Most of the time you have this little thing on your shoulder that's saying, not a good idea. You feel the knots in your stomach when you get the anxiety and you feel like something's off, but you're choosing literally to ignore that. Alice did not just take heed to what everybody else was doing and everybody else was saying. She went through this journey by learning different things, by acquiring different skills, and by asking questions and investigating everything and trying everything out first. Okay, so I want you guys to take this lesson here, to try things out, to see where things go, to take a step back, to evaluate your actions, and to be sure to be true to yourself. Listen to that inner voice, okay? So I hope that Alice card helps. If you love this Alice card, make sure you let me know by sharing those green heart emojis. And we're going to go ahead and get into our next question. So says, will we move this year, please and thank you. Let's go ahead and see if we see a move for you. Thank you for your beautiful question. All right, so I do see a move. Now, it seems like it's a little bit difficult for you guys. You do get the Six of Swords that comes out, but you also get your Knight. To get your Knight of Wands and you get your Knight of Pentacles. I feel like maybe it may be difficult because where you're moving may be away from some of the things that you have that you've either gotten used to or you have some comfortability around. It may be to an environment where, maybe it's a little harder to get around, or maybe you don't have the same people around, or maybe the same convenience like things there. But worry not. It seems like you can kind of make the best of your situation. I love this. You too got the Magician card that came out. And the Magician card indicates you can kind of have all these things that you want if you know what you're doing. So before you make the move, maybe map out what's good and what's not good for you, what works and what doesn't work for you, so that you can make the best ideal decision in making your move. I do feel as though there's more so a move within the next 4 to 6 months that comes for you. It seems to me as if you either have some sense of help or there's a lot of support that's around you once you do make that decision to move. So I do think that this is good. Understand that you're not going to be doing this on your own, but it just may be difficult. Maybe saying goodbye to some of the things, maybe letting some things go. But remember, you can't carry everything with you either. So definitely take the time to appreciate the things you have around you, and also see what it is that you would like to incorporate into your new space that you're getting. I keep saying a brick. You guys know me with the house things. I keep seeing this brick pathway for you coming up to almost a covered porch. So either you're going to have bricks leading to your front, or around the front. Okay. I do hope that helps. Ooh, I done got the sneak peek inside your house. I can't wait for you to get it. Wishing you the best of luck on your move. And make sure you take time to just enjoy it. Sometimes we go and we let life pass us pretty quickly and we don't take time to appreciate the small moments, which is also a quote. Make sure you guys are sharing and subscribing. Don't forget to share the quotes if you got something from a movie, from yourself, from a song, something you just like to hear. Go ahead and share your quotes and also share your emojis. Please make sure you're also sharing on all the different platforms. The more you share it, the more we grow, the more great content we can continue to give you. We're going to go ahead and get into our next question. Haley says, hello, it's almost time for me to go back to school. to retake my human grass anatomy course. How do you see I will do our human growth anatomy course? How do you see I will do this time? And will I start off strong and be motivated initially? Thank you so much. Oh, that went out quick. That went out fast. So, first off, yeah, I do feel like you're going to do very well. I definitely feel like you're going to start off. So you have the full card here, which indicates a new beginning. Now, with the full card, the way I always explain this is like someone who's equivalent to a teen who's making that decision to either go to college or to start the workforce, right? Because the full is that new beginning energy, but also the end, right? It's an infinity mark. So you have so many possibilities. So I feel like this is your realm of possibilities, but you've been patient. You've been putting some of the effort in, and I feel as though you're more balanced this time. I feel as though your mind is more on course or on track for it. There's not so many distractions. And with that, you get this beautiful Queen of Pentacles energy, which is indicating long-term success, and that you're going to be really honing in on things, really focused. Remember, our pentacles are those earthy energies, which are handling that business and finances very seriously, taking their goals and achieving them, going after them. With that queen, you're doing everything and then some to have that success. And we end here on the 3 of Cups, which is the celebration card. This can indicate success in a decision, something that you emotionally want, which is obviously something you want to do. You're going to school for it. It's showing that you're going to reach that goal, and others will also be able to celebrate with you. So I do feel as though there's success, and I do feel like you're going to take it serious. To me, it's almost like there's this light bulb that goes off when it's time to get started. And that base zones in. You lock and you get serious and you handle business. And I would say this, if you feel times where you're starting to slide off, find ways to pull yourself back in. Make yourself that vision, at those goals. You're doing absolutely amazing, and you're going to do absolutely amazing. And let that be a note for everyone. When there's something that we want to achieve, when there's something that we want to do, we have to set those goals. We have to set those expectations, those many milestones. Stay motivated. This is why we say to do those affirmations daily for yourselves, because you don't know how much you can truly uplift yourself or motivate yourself in those moments by just those small things, setting those small goals, those small expectations. Okay, set those reminders for yourself. I definitely hope that helps, and good luck to you upcoming, and let us know how you do with school once you're done. Let's go ahead and get into our next question. Erica says, hi, will I be traveling to another country soon? See what we get. All right. So I do see you traveling. I don't think it's quite yet. So your direct answer was no, because a Tower card came out. So that would indicate not right this second, not too soon, but don't be too hard on yourself. It seems like maybe you're either trying to make the best of some things or pulling some resources together so that you are able to make that trip. But we do see you absolutely going on a trip. We do get the 4 of Wands, which is an indication of yes, and even the World card, which is also that completion card indicating you're going to have what it is that you're asking for. But understand that there may be some flights that get in the way first. So make sure you're set up before you go. You may want to make sure the resources, when you get back home, things are set up. Things are set up when you go abroad. Make sure you're staying into contact with the proper people, things of that nature. But I hear it's more of like a planning or something of that nature that's kind of getting in the way for you to not go, like, let's say in the next month or two. But I do feel as though you are going to get to take a trip relatively probably here within the next few months, but just not quite so soon. That may be the timeline you're looking for. Okay. So definitely working on getting stable. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's okay. It'll happen. Definitely see it happening, but it just seems like you got some building blocks before you get there. No big deal. And when you get to go away on vacation or to that different country, let us know as well. We love to hear good news. We love to see the positive results that come out when you guys share your experiences with us, not just the negative things, the good things, because that makes us feel good too. So thank you so much for your question. And I definitely hope that helps. Good luck, honey. All right, Marie Stevens, you are our emoji contest winner. So congratulations. And without further ado, here is Journey.
I had to do that for you. I'm sitting there watching you so patiently. So patiently. Marie Stevens, congratulations. Thank you so much. I was watching Kay's eyes and she's like, where the hell is he? Get on the screen, Journey. You know she's laughing behind stage right now. All right, Marie Stevens, let's go ahead and see what these cards have to say for you tonight. And it's talking about expansion. It's time to look outside of the current horizons that you have set yourself on here recently. What you're seeing to yourself as the horizon is actually just a hill in front of you. This is a hill that you've been afraid to go over or get past or look beyond, because beyond that horizon is what? Another horizon. And the more you continue to keep traveling, you're going to see that the horizon continues to keep getting longer and further away. And that's good, because you need to be broadening that horizon. It's time for expanding. Get out of the certain situations that you're in. You know that you've been holding on to some pretty negative people around you here recently, trying to give them a chance, trying to see things from a different perspective. Sometimes, honey, you just got to step away and expand, meet new people, allow yourself to do different things. Even changing your food that you eat on a regular basis. We sometimes fall on eating the same things over and over and over again. And they're like, man, I really want some change. Or you ever get in that moment where you're always hungry, but yet you've tasted everything that you have in your house? That's because you haven't done anything different. And your body is wanting change. Your mind is the same way. Your emotions are the same way. You need to have expansion so you can have change. You don't need to be looking at the same scenery over and over and over again, hoping they will change. If you want change, you got to go for it. So start taking those steps for that expansion. With doing so, you'll be able to do it with grace. This is showing me here, doing so is going to bring this amazing positivity into your life, which is going to bring forth the grace. Everything that you are looking for is outside of the current horizon that you see today. So reach for the stars, girl. Get a walking. Get yourself into some new situations. I want coffee. I go to the same coffee shop every day. Go to the one next door. Go to the one down the street. Go to the one in the neighboring town. Do something different, but do it with grace and ease and kindness. By doing that, you find yourself with freedom. So how fitting is that with the 4th of July right around the corner? But you definitely need to make sure that you're putting forth this effort. She says, wow, that's spot on. Thank you. So thank you kindly. But the thing is that allow yourself to get out of what you're doing. You have fallen into a rut. You're doing the same exact things. You can do it blindfolded. You could do it blindfolded and with earmuffs on. You don't even need the sound, because you know exactly what's going to happen. So change it up. Do it with grace. You'll find yourself with freedom, and you'll find that freedom comes with great release. So time to expand, girl. Time to expand. With that, I pass you back over to Kay.
Thank you, Journey, for getting me again. He always gets me. If you guys are used to it. Always, every week. It never goes a week by. He either makes me laugh, makes me choke, or gets you.
Well, I can't keep doing the same one, which I'm sitting here telling her to change things up. I can't keep going, surprise, motherfucker. I can't, even though that's funny, I had to do something different today. All right, let's get back to your readings.
Oh, we want to thank Journey so much for giving that reading. He doesn't want to go away. He loves me. Journey says, nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health, but it's left us to put these pieces together. You know what, Journey? If you don't want me to read your quote, don't send it in. All right. And Enough of his shenanigans. We are going to get into our next question. All right. So Trina says, "Hi, Kay. How does Waylon feel about me?" Let's see. Let's see what we get. All right. Well, whew, there's a lot of feelings, I'll say. So it seems like you two kind of have a little back and forth energy. It's interesting because though we get the Fool, we also get your Three of Swords. We get your Justice. We get your Wheel of Fortune. I feel like things constantly are kind of going in and out of flux with you two. Sometimes he's like, really feeling like amazing about you. And sometimes it seems like there's a lot of contentment that's here, but there's also times where it seems like there's a lot of confusion. Maybe you two aren't communicating in certain ways that you're supposed to. Maybe you're not always seeing eye to eye. There's not always a sense of balance. So it almost seems as though he questions things a lot. He kind of goes back and forth up in the air. There is definitely a sense of a care and love that's there. We do get that Page of Cups that comes out. But there's also, I almost feel like there's a need or a desire for things to get a little bit better for you guys, or maybe some sense of like stability in a sense to come forward. I think there's a need or want for like a change. So as much as there is that care and that desire to be together, to me, there's just like also this indication of we want something new. We want some more, excitement, some positive things to kind of come in to the relationship. So this is interesting. What I would want to give guidance on here is to say to not, and this isn't just for you, for him as well, is to not just take advantage of what you guys have in front of each other, to find those deeper things to communicate about, to explore your feelings a little bit deeper, to go a little bit beyond just that top layer of onion, get to the core of some of the issues. And onions can make us cry once we get to the center, right? But there's so much flavor, there's so much impact that they can have if integrated properly into the right recipe. So I feel like here you guys do have the right tools to your relationship, but I think you guys have got to start integrating some of those more tricky aspects in and digging on the surface. Okay. I definitely hope that helps. Thank you so much for your question, Trina. Make sure you all are still liking, sharing, and subscribing. Though the fun games are over, the show is not over. And even still, right after, we have the beautiful squirrel coming on next. So make sure you're still sharing out and make sure you're still following along. Let's go ahead and get into our next question. All right. Adrian says, "Hey there, was wondering if my boyfriend and I will continue to grow in our love under the same roof with our child. Thank you so much." Let's see what we get. All right. So I do feel as though you will. However, there is also still some energy that comes out here of you two needing to focus very much so on, again, it's almost like the harder points of the relationship. You guys have the option for this to be wonderful, but in those same aspects, the Seven of Cups presents favorable and unfavorable aspects. So don't just take things as sugar coated on the top. There's some things that you guys haven't addressed or that you guys may be allowing to kind of sit on the surface. And I feel as though if you guys want things to go well in the future, you guys have got to take that time to step back and reflect on what can we do to enhance our love, what can we do to grow our love, and what can we do to be better individually so we can be our best versions together. I also want to state there's some focus here on, even in the way you guys are parenting or cohabitating in those aspects, you definitely have that energy of sticking together and living together and sticking together. But there's also this indication of you guys do have things like, it's not just peachy keen over there. Things are not just perfect. They can get there. But with that, you have that Sun card, which calls and asks for you to have clarity in your relationship, to have that open dialogue, to know that you can have that happy functioning relationship. But to have a happy functioning relationship, it takes both parts. It takes understanding the duality of a relationship coming with compromise, and sometimes we're not always going to like everything, and being that support system So you do have those great things that are coming for you, but remember to focus on those other things so you don't get lost along the way. All right, we're going to go ahead and take our last question. Deborah says, hello, will I get a job promotion? Let's see what we get. All right. So it does not seem like it's in the cards right away, right this moment. We get the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. These are all indications of virtually a no. Okay. So no, this is not what's meant to be in this moment or in this time. But worry not, you do get your Ace of Pentacles, which does indicate that it's coming. It just may not be right in this next couple of weeks frame or the next month frame. I feel like there's a little bit more work that you need to do. You may not be seen or acknowledged for the work that you're putting out in this moment. And there may be someone else who kind of comes in or steps in the way. However, in the long term, you look like you do see that success. I love the Ace of Pentacles, but to me, this is kind of indicating the beginning of a new month or the beginning of a new time for you. So it may not be in this moment, which is unfortunate, but don't allow yourself to get depressed or too discouraged about it. Understand there's a little bit more work to be done and you will be seen for it. But this may just not be the right moment. Okay, so I definitely hope that helps. I'm still wishing you the best of luck on your ventures. And worry not, things will turn around. I cannot believe how fast this show went. I love you all so much for staying through, supporting, sharing all these beautiful emojis, playing along with our games, sharing your crystals that you love. And I hope that you all found some great information and content on here today. Please do catch me every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, except for next week, which again, we'll be on vacation. We have lots of great shows and content all week long for you all to check out. Be sure to check out our psychics on My Psychic Connection. They are available to give readings 24/7, myself included. Be sure to check out Life 9 magazine, where we have great content and articles. This magazine comes out the first of every month. We've got content here starting all the way, I believe dating all the way back a few months. So please check out the great content and all the great writers who are there as well. Remember, right directly after this show, Scroll is on with the mythology of astrology for Cancers. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. is our girl Psychic Energy. And she also has the Spill the Tea, which she'll be releasing on YouTube as well. Wednesday nights, we Psychic Stream. Myself, Energy, and Psychic Rose are here with an hour of great content at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Thursdays, our girl, the Cackling Witch's Den. Psychic Rose is here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Fridays, we have our Cassidy the Card Slinger at 8 p.m. That is exclusive content to YouTube only. You must get your tickets on JourneyRyanLive.com. She also has the card of the day, and we have our transits of you with Psychic Scroll. So please be sure to follow along all week long. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.